Hey, welcome to Brian's Funhouse. For the next 3 videos in the next 3 nights, it's going to be all things Riot Fest. What is Riot Fest? Well, it's a big festival that comes to Chicago every year. Well, it's actually from Chicago every year, held in Douglas Park. It's kind of the alternative to Lollapalooza. It's Lollapalooza for people that aren't as cool to go to Lollapalooza, or Lollapalooza for older people, although the crowd this year was very, very young. We're going to go through Riot Fest. It's nice for me to take the train. It helps alleviate all the cars in the local area. The local area is hit or miss about having Riot Fest there. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of people coming into your neighborhood, and I get it. Some people are very happy because they can sell things to the people that are coming. Parking spots, hot dogs, water, Coke, whatever, and other people just want us the hell out of their park. And then you get off on the stop. I have a nice 20-minute walk to the Riot Fest area, which is, like I said, in Douglas Park, which is a little sketchy part of town, a city of Chicago. It's not the worst part of Chicago by any means, but it's also not a great part of the city. You do have to watch out a little bit, be a little street smart, as they say. Today, Friday, the first day, I really wasn't planning on seeing too many bands, but I figured, you know, you bought the 3-day ticket, you might as well go and support everything you can. So unfortunately, I apologize. The first row of bands, I was not there on time for that. I got in around 12:30 or so, went to the Rise stage to see Pinkshift. So Pinkshift is a band from Baltimore, formed in 2019. I found them to be like Paramore. So that was like kind of poppy punk stuff, easy to listen to, a little harder edge at times. Phenomenal drummer, enjoyed watching him. I think they have a record out, and they have a record coming out in October. So be on the lookout for Pinkshift, very interesting band. After that, I went to check out the merchandise area. I tell you, it's just high-priced t-shirts. I wish these groups would be able to, like, some kind of vinyl or CDs or something like exclusive for the people showing up, but I guess not. It's just a bunch of expensive t-shirts. So, but on the way back from that, I ran into my friend Daryl, Dr. Daryl. It's always nice to see Dr. Daryl, and we headed over to the Funkadelic to see George Clinton. Now, George Clinton is 82 years old. Funkadelic and the P-Funk band, they've sold like Parliament, they've sold like 1 million albums throughout their whole career and all that. And they're always a band I've heard of, but I don't own anything from them, and that's going to change. I'm going to look, see if they have a hits, or see if get some out, because I was blown away. Like I said, George Clinton is 82 years old. I think there's like 12 musicians on stage with him. Let's check out a little bit of that. Put your hands together just like... Yeah, so very funky, very fun stuff. Every year Riot Fest seems to have just like a fun band, be it like B-52s or Village People, or, well, like I said, George Clinton this year was my first time seeing him. Had a great time. It was just a great vibe, great feel for the music. Bless you, kitty. So really good stuff. Yeah, let's play some more George Clinton. So after that, I knew, you know, the food is expensive, but you gotta eat. You're gonna be there, what, like 10 hours? You gotta eat something. So you make your way through the crowd. The lawn's looking good so far, you know, it's nice and green. We'll see how it is after 3 days with all the trash in it, and if it rains tomorrow or Sunday, of course, that lawn usually gets really, really trashy. I heard the Rex. They are a band from LA. They have like 2 albums out. They formed in 2015. Poppy rock band. Kind of, a lot of people were into them, so that was really cool. I grabbed my piece of pizza and I listened to the Rex for a while. After the Rex, I walked around, finally got some more water. Kim Gordon, of course, from Sonic Youth, that's what everyone knows her. I think she's like 70 years old now. I wasn't a really big Sonic Youth fan. I like their songs here and there. The more experimental stuff, it's got to be catchy. I need a hook. So I didn't really hear that a lot with Sonic Youth. So I only stayed for like a few songs, Kim Gordon, just to see her. You know, she's like an icon. I think she's got a few solo albums out, and it was interesting. after Kim, it allowed me a chance to kind of walk around the other area. This is like the fashion punk mall area, I kind of say, of Riot Fest. Lots of expensive shirts, hemp products. There's like hemp candies. They're so expensive. Logan Arcade, which is one of these cool arcades here in the city of Chicago, they had a few machines, so I loved seeing the kids pinball. That didn't open up, but the Metallica pinball opened up, so I played a few balls of Metallica pinball. They also had these animatronic dudes that remind me a lot of Showbiz Pizza. When I was a kid, they had this like animatronic show, and that was really, really cool to see that. So yeah, I was able to play pinball, and that was fun. Just kind of walk around, get a feel for the place. See some friends, say hi. Some people said hi to me. It's always nice when people say they like the group that I was in, or hopefully soon they'll start saying they like the group that I'm currently in. It'd be fun. But yeah, so then I got in line. I got in there to see the Interrupters. Which is a ska punk band from LA. They put out a few albums. You know, when the ska revival of the early, mid-90s came around, it was fun for the first few bands. Then I got really sick of ska. It's been a long time since I've gotten, into ska again. Way back then, I loved the Voodoo Glow Skulls and bands like that. It was really fun, like the ska punk bands. Slapstick, band from Chicago. But, yeah, so I was into a few songs, and after a few songs I realized, yeah, I really don't like ska as much. I still need another, 30-year break from it, I think. I don't know. But the Interrupters, very good. The singer's really good. But I was in place to see Quicksand. Quicksand is a band from New York, formed in 1990. They have 4 albums, but today they were playing their Slip album, which is their first album, and I tell you, it took me back. Yeah, so I recorded the first song, and the sound wasn't too great for that, but I did notice the vocalist, and his name escapes me, he wasn't as crass as he was on the album. I mean, the album was recorded a long time ago. He's been screaming in lots of groups since then. Yeah, his vocals had a kind of a smoother tone to them, I guess, because he had really angsty way of kind of scream singing way back then. But it was cool. It aged well. Loved to hear the songs on Quicksand. The vinyl Slip has been reissued, and I just bought one off of eBay, so it should be coming soon, but I can't wait. If you haven't heard Quicksand for some reason, it's like Helmet. When Helmet and Quicksand came out, that really heavy stuff with the rhythm, I love that. And that's why I can't get into Korn and all the new metal stuff, because once you've heard that stuff, which is really good, I'm not going to be satisfied with stuff like Korn and Limp Bizkit. It's fun, but it's not the same. So after Quicksand, went across, listened to The Breeders, of course, Kim Deal and her twin sister, legendary band. Of course, Kim played in the Pixies, which I have a Pixies album somewhere. I only have one Pixies album. People are usually really into the Pixies a lot, and I just kind of casually like the Pixies. But yeah, they of course played their group. The group played their big hit album, The Last Splash. Play a little bit of that. Cannonball. Cannonball was played like crazy on MTV. What's MTV? What's that you talk of? The MTV was his iconic video, always played on 120 minutes, and I think it actually broke into the mainstream way back then. After that, I kind of lost interest in them a little bit, so I didn't stick around just too many songs. Went around, grabbed some more food. Unfortunately, I was only trying to eat once today at Riot Fest, but I wound up eating twice, which is spending too much money. A lot of my friends, I think I heard a few songs from Braid, which a lot of people were there to see Braid. After that, I caught Turnstile, which a lot of my friends were there, they were awesome. To me, Turnstile was like Suicidal Tendencies mixed with Rage Against the Machine, kind of. I don't know if I like them enough to kind of seek their stuff out. If I could find it at a good price, probably. But it's a great group to see live. I really like Turnstile. Performance is great. And I was kind of jockeying in position to get pretty far back. I mean, last year when I was in that area for My Chemical Romance, I was smashed up against people. And there was no way I was getting the heck out of there. Which I didn't. I wanted to see the show anyway. But for Foo, I knew I kind of wanted to stay back a little bit. So after Turnstile, of course, Foo Fighters came out. I've seen Foo Fighters before. I like Foo Fighters. I think they're good. I don't like them at that crazy level that a lot of Foo Fighters fans do. They buy all, it's like Pearl Jam. They buy all their albums. They go to all the shows. I've seen Foo Fighters once before, and I was probably like, I don't know, like 8th row, but I was on the front row of that chair thing that Grohl had when he came out with his broken leg. So it was kind of neat to experience that so close, and all the opening groups were Chicago area acts. It was a great show at Wrigley Field, so I knew I was going to compete with that. So I only stuck around for a few songs with Foo Fighters, and you're saying, why would you leave Foo Fighters? They're like the kings of rock and roll. What band would make you want to leave Foo? Well, Sludgeworth. I have another Sludge. This is the first. This EP changed my. There's a few bands that are going to change your life. And coming home from work, and I worked at UPS. I was a package sorter. Not a good job. Not a fun job to have when you're trying to work yourself through college. You're sorting packages. It was rough. On the radio, I heard a song called Someday, and it just grabbed me. I was like, whoa. At the time, I was listening to a lot of glam heavy metal. Also starting to get into like industrial, Front 242, Revolting Cocks, Ministry. I had no idea that there was a local punk scene. So when I heard Someday and they said, oh, this group is playing at McGregor's soon or something like that, and you see them, and way back when radio would promote unknown groups and stuff, it was kind of fun. It was a local radio station, so I wrote down Someday, I wrote down Sludgeworth, went to a store that sold the local bands, I bought this, and it changed my life. It changed the way I felt about music. Through that, I discovered we had a local punk scene in Chicago. It was great. 1990 to 2000, Chicago's punk scene was unbelievable. There's still a punk scene here. It's just not as big as it was way back then with the all-ages shows. So it was great. It just opened my eyes. So this is there. If you ever see this, pick it up. But for sure, just listen to Sludgeworth music. You don't have to try to seek out albums purchased. I'm sure they have stuff online that, YouTube probably has free Sludgeworth music for you to check out. This is their 7-inch. This came out in 92. It's Anytime and You and I. They played those songs tonight. Let's play a bit of Sludgeworth. So you can tell it's just straight ahead good punk rock that's catchy, really good stuff. They've reformed again. I know for sure they played one new song, if not two tonight maybe, but for sure they have a new song. Hoping it comes out on a 7-inch, or hoping that they record more and they put out a full length. Who knows what the future of Sludgeworth is, but I'm really, really glad to see them tonight. I know the majority of people are at Foo Fighters, but it was really cool to see Sludgeworth. Personal favorite group of mine. Hopefully you'll go seek them out, and that's really what Riot Fest is all about. You're not going to know all the bands, but it's kind of neat to see who is who. So after Sludgeworth left, went to the train. It's like a 20-minute. I had to walk past the street tacos. I love to get street tacos at this one church, but I just grabbed the pop instead, but maybe tomorrow night. And then I go up on the train platform. Kind of feels like a scene from the Warriors movie, where you're a scary little platform. I forgot to mention, of course, all the views are from the front of the stage. I brought some wristbands to try to get into the VIP area, and I saw the VIP area had like a rainbow colored wristband. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just wear, and then they have a chip. They have a security got better at Riot Fest. So last year I was able to bring you all the way up on stage to see Bad Religion. And we got up on stage for it. This year, yeah, if you're watching Bride's Funhouse, you're just going to be with the common people. I don't think I can sneak into VIP, let alone sneak up on the stage again. So, yeah. But I hope you liked the views. And had a great night, and we'll see you for night 2. Thanks for watching.